team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. They were lucky to get him out of bounds. What a return as he almost took it for the touchdown. So the Clemson Tigers return team has done them a favor and put them in great field position for this opening drive. This rivalry can fly under the radar from time to time, but trust me, the Gamecocks and Tigers do not like each other.
No, and it doesn't fly under the radar to the people in South Carolina, because there's always a debate of Clemson versus South Carolina and bragging rights fully on the line.
What's fun about this game is that someone gets to play spoiler. And in recent years, we've seen Clemson in the national championship picture late in the year. Regardless of what South Carolina's record is, they are trying to ruin Clemson's season.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Baker. Feeling some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock it down back at the 16. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to get to it. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He's got great speed. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. After that last one, they're staring at a second and long first down marker just short of the goal line. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Clemson! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Power football with the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field and game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
At the 35, he's open. He's running free down the middle. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The give from the gun. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Clemson jumps to the line. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo again.
The ball squirts free, and the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Here comes Clemson with another first down. He's going to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Running back searching for a hole. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll pull it down. Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Quarterback checking off. He's looking to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers! Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The give to the lone running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the move, it's Smith. Touchdown, Tigers! How about that special teams play? Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
The give to the back. Hard running there. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Baker. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. Bringing it back, it's Smith. He gets a block. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Tigers! He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
And the returner will be dragged down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but...
He lobs one high down the left side. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long. It's tough to... You know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Clemson just put a beat down on the Gamecocks the last time these two met.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. And Clemson's talent being far superior, dominated, cocky. They got to have an answer this time, Jesse.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Tigers want to move quickly. They'll try to pick up the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out quickly. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He wants it all. And the pass hits, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll give it to the back. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. They believe they can run right here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. They're trying to get to him. Buys a little extra time. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Clemson! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, South Carolina, 7.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think these draw plays are a little bit more predictable when it's third and more manageable as opposed to third and long. You could tell defense did a great job understanding the situation, rushing the quarterback, but knowing that run could be an option, and they shut it down.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking for a huge play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Smashes through the tackle. He now has 79 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They're going to ride this running back. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all of them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Looking to throw, it's Baker. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He's got it. Nothing but green ahead. The 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He's got the tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for the score. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it down the right side. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. The old saying is picture poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Right back to it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Looking for a block, it's Smith. Bulldozes his way through. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the 2nd half, and Clemson will kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Back to throw, it's Baker. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
63, South Carolina, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
Let's see what he can do with it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. To the air, it's Baker. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
It's been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 30. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Second down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Tigers are marching down the field.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. And the beatdown has ensued.
Number 21.
Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Looking to the big tight end. Fires it incomplete.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, them camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Baker. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And that's good enough for a first down.
From the gun, running back on the move. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Dances away from the heat. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete. Couldn't pick it up on 2nd down. Now they need a couple on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got his man quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Clemson! And the punishment has been extended.
Number 81.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass.
South Carolina, 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw, it's Baker. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. All kinds of running room. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Clemson jumps to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This offense has a 2nd down play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Clemson set up with another 1st down. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. He now has 63 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Leaves it with the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, or if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And they'll knock him down. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Touch pass on the right. He made the grab but couldn't punch it into the end zone, and the defense gets a stop and gets the football back. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
A 3rd and long coming up here. The corners are walked up tight. Quick handoff. He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. He's got great speed. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Clemson is quick to the line.
It's now 2nd and goal.
He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Quarterback on the keeper. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They're going to pass on what would figure to be an easy 3 points and instead go for it on 4th down. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. To throw, it's Baker. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
South Carolina, 21.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. Oh, what a move! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. From the gun. Give on the inside. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. Clemson now operating in the red zone.
For the offense.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Just 1 for 3 on fourth down so far in this one, but they'll stay on the field and try to convert here. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Offense set on first down. He wants to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
The Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Barring complete catastrophe, David, this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over. Like, there is no three-point conversions and stuff like that you can get. So run the ball, make them use timeouts, Palmer, walk out here with the day.
Yeah, this defense should just use their timeouts. Can't take them with you, right? And let's just see. Who knows? Crazier things have happened in college football. Maybe they put the ball on the ground. They don't execute the center quarterback exchange.
At the 40, there he goes. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. So hope stays